So one thing we're going to review today is when I first started doing barbecue, I started off with bacon. And one thing that I make a lot of and people enjoy a lot is the OG bacon that I make. And I'm going to show you all today the exact recipe that I use to make this OG bacon. And one of the main ingredients is your pork belly. A lot of people ask me, where do I get my pork belly from? What farm do you get it from? Well, currently I get it from Costco because that's the best place to get it currently for me. And local farmers, like, I really want to support them and get it from there, but I just haven't established that relationship yet. So today we're going to start off with making the dry rub first, or the cure, if you will. For 5 pounds of bacon, it's going to be a half cup of salt, half cup of brown sugar, half cup or a tablespoon of black pepper, and a teaspoon of Instacure. And so this is what Instacure is. It's the pink curing salt, Prague powder, Instacure, whatever you want to call it, but this is the main ingredient in making bacon or curing any meat. And it's lasted me forever because you use such a tiny amount. So that's going to be, just keep that in mind. But what I've already done is I got one 10-pound pork belly here. I'm going to do a couple different ones. So I got about a total of 30 pounds of pork belly. And so what I did is I took the recipe I just told you and I multiplied it to make enough cure for 30 pounds. I'm going to start off with the Instacure. So for 5 pounds it calls for 1 teaspoon. But since I'm making 30 pounds, I'm going to do 6 teaspoons of Instacure. So I'm going to do 1. I just put 6. Next ingredient, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, which would be for 5 pounds. But since we do everything big here, I'm going to do 6 tablespoons. Just 1. I just put 6. Next, half cup of brown sugar for 5 pounds, but since we're doing it big, 3 cups. This is a half cup measure, so that's why I'm going to do this 6 times. I just put 6. And so this recipe calls for a half cup of salt for 5 pounds, but then we're going to do 3 pounds because we're doing 30 pounds of pork belly in the end. So it's going to be 6 of these. 1, 2, I just put 6. So now I've just got my glove, a dry glove, so I'm just going to go in there and mix all this up. And as you can see, I'm just going to get it all mixed up, make a fine, just get it all incorporated. You just want to make sure you mix it really, really well. You probably want to use a bigger bowl if you're going to be making large batches, because as you can see, I'm struggling a little bit here to mix this all up. You know what? We're going to improvise here. I got this big sheet pan. Never done this before, but since I'm doing a lot of pork belly, I want to mix it up real easy. This is really going to make it easy for me to put the cure on everything. There we go. That's enough cure right there for 30 pounds of pork belly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to the side. As you can see, I've already prepped, my area for opening up these pork bellies and working with them. So we're going to cut this open. And what I do is I don't cut it all the way around it. I kind of open up a little bit just so I can get to it and prevent the juice from getting all over the place. And then I pat it dry. It's really important you get dry here, so that way the pork belly and the cure can meld together. So you really want to get as much of this moisture off as you can. As you can see, a large roll of foil will be your best friend. Just crumple this up and throw it away when you're done. And always keep a trash can nearby, preferably a trash can with a footstep. so you don't have to touch the trash can with your hands. So here I got my pork belly. You know, I'd probably use a little more moisture removal, if you will. There you go. One pork belly, ready to be cured. So, because I have this big sheet pan, I'm just gonna go and put it on there like this. And then flip it over. And you really want to get this cure on there. So you really, really want to rub it in because it's going to be on here for 7 days. So once you rub it on, take off any excess. Then put it on this side. So you're asking, how are you going to get that in the bag? Well, another thing I learned because of doing so many pork bellies and making so much bacon is if you just simply take it, either roll it or fold it in half. My hands are kind of big, but you can just kind of rest it on your hand like this and bring your bag over. And just kind of let it unroll in the bag. So what I'm going to do here, because I've already done everything I need to do, I can go ahead and deglove. That way I can, like I don't want to get that seasoning on this seal because it won't seal. So I'll flip it over and use this hand to kind of pull it up. And there we go. This is one pork belly, soon to graduate to bacon, ready to take its 7-day long nap. So one thing I do is I get as much air out as possible. And another hack that I learned after making so much bacon, and because I'm gonna have multiple pork bellies, is I finally found, your standard grade bus tub. And you get them brand new, they're super clean, you clean them out, soak in water, and it turns out that this holds a perfect pork belly. So what I do is I got 2 more of these that I'm going to do, and I'm going to put them both in their own bags, and then you stack the bags on top of each other. So one of the main important processes of this is letting it cure for 7 days. What you have to do is you have to flip them every single day. So since it's 11 o'clock a.m. right now, tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. I'm going to come down here, take this tub out, and I'm just going to simply do this essentially. I'm going to flip all of them and just keep doing it every single day at 11 a.m. It's not, you don't have to be exactly at 11 a.m. If you've got to go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning, get up at 5 o'clock and flip your bellies. If you don't remember to do it, just remember to flip it when you get home. Or sometimes I forget to completely do it in a day at all. And so what I'll do is if I forget, I'll just leave it in there for 2 days and then I'll flip it and let it stay on that side for 2 days. So, got that one done. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my fridge.